so glad you were able to make your appointment today. I only take a small amount of clients each month, and especially Valentine's. Or February, I should say. It's a very busy month for me, and spots fill up very quickly, so I'm very glad that you're here. Before we begin, I do want you to know this is a completely confidential process. I specialize in highly compatible long-term matches. So, today I'm going to get to know you very well. And let's just begin with the basics. And this is more so me just confirming things I kind of already know. First and last name, and if you could spell it, please. Okay. Your age. Height. City. Occupation. Okay. And some of these questions are going to seem a bit odd, but I promise it's just really to figure out your most compatible match. So bear with me. But would you consider yourself more like intimidatingly attractive, more like quietly, subtly attractive, or unexpectedly attractive? I know it's a weird question. Some of these things are just questions that have been on our forms for years and years, and I'm sure within the next few years we'll be, we're always changing things, but some of these questions I see us phasing out down the road, but as of now it is still in our intake form. Can I give you my opinion? I would put you intimidatingly attractive. Okay. Do you feel like when you walk into a room, people usually notice you? How would strangers describe your energy? Like, more grounded, charismatic, mysterious, warm, dominant, soft? Okay. I mean, I just met you, but I think those 3 adjectives describe you perfectly. Okay. Tell me about your last relationship, and take your time. Share as much as you want or as little as you want. Okay. So, can I ask who ended it? And do you feel like you've completely processed that and you're okay? And was it like was it a good ending, like cordial, or was it a bad ending? Have you felt like anyone's ever been like obsessed with you? Again, a weird question, but I could see girls getting a little obsessed with you. Okay. So I screen very carefully for emotional readiness. The last thing I want is to make a perfect match and then have one person realize they are not emotionally ready to progress the relationship. So, this is your emotional availability test. Are you truly ready for partnership, or are you still healing? Okay. And when it comes to relationships, do you feel like you tend to run, or do you feel like you are the type to hold on a little too tightly? Okay. And when there's conflict, do you withdraw or pursue? Okay. So, you gave all the right answers, unless you just know what I wanted to hear. Okay. Now we're going to go through, this is your attraction profile, so trying to figure out, like, who you are attracted to. What do you feel like pulls you towards someone? This can be, like, physical, emotional. Okay. Okay. What's the first thing you usually notice, would you say? And do you feel like you're a more protective partner, or like independent, or both? And are you looking for someone with like a softer or stronger personality? More go with the flow, or more like strong in their beliefs, very opinionated? Okay. Do you prefer to like be the one that leads in the relationship, or would you prefer to be led? Like, yeah. Okay. And how important is physical attraction? Okay. And can you tell me physically what your type is? Okay. Okay. Add that. Okay. So, now for your lifestyle compatibility. Are you an early riser or more of a night person? Okay. Social or private? Okay. Are you more of a structured person or a spontaneous person? And do you like to travel or stay at home more, or do you like a little bit of a balance, combination? Could you handle being with someone that maybe would be considered more successful than you? There's no wrong answer to these. So, what are some non-negotiables? Like marriage. Yes or no? Do you want children? How flexible are you on geography? Like, do you want someone in the same city as you? Is long distance something you contemplate? Okay. And do you want someone who wants to live here for the rest of their life, or are you open to someone who maybe thinks about relocating in a few years? Okay. And what are your expectations on monogamy? Okay. Okay. How do you want to feel in your next relationship? Like, when you imagine being with someone, how do you want them to make you feel? It's a personal question, so you can think about it for a sec. What was that? I think that's a perfect answer. Okay. Honestly, based on your responses, you are quite rare. You know that? I already have a few people in mind, but I'm extremely selective, so I'll have to look through their profiles a little bit more. I do think, though, that whoever you end up with is going to be extremely lucky, and I am honored that I get the pleasure of finding that person for you. Do you have any additional comments you want me to put in my intake form, or are you satisfied? Okay, that's all? Okay, well then, if there's nothing more you want me to add, I will get researching your perfect match and I'll be in touch. It was very nice meeting you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I know I'm going to find you someone very, very special.